Welcome. In this video we will discuss about planet Uranus in details. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun and the third largest planet in the solar system. It is an ice giant, meaning that it is composed mostly of water, methane, and ammonia ices. Uranus has a very faint blue-green color, which is caused by the presence of methane in its atmosphere. The planet has a very unusual tilt, with its axis of rotation almost perpendicular to its orbital plane. This means that Uranus experiences seasons that are much longer and more extreme than those on Earth. Discovery and exploration. Uranus was discovered by William Herschel in 1781. Herschel was originally observing a star field when he noticed a faint object that was moving through the sky. Herschel initially thought that the object was a comet, but later realized that it was a planet. Uranus was the first planet to be discovered since ancient times. Uranus has been visited by only one spacecraft, Voyager 2, which flew by the planet in 1986. Voyager 2 provided the first close-up images of Uranus, and it revealed many of the planet's strange features. For example, Voyager 2 discovered that Uranus has a very faint atmosphere, and that its surface is covered in a series of faint rings. Composition and structure. Uranus is composed mostly of water, methane, and ammonia ices. It also has a small rocky core. The atmosphere of Uranus is made up of hydrogen, helium, and methane. The methane in the atmosphere absorbs red light, which is why Uranus appears blue-green. The interior of Uranus is thought to be divided into three layers: a hot, dense fluid of icy materials, a rocky core, and a central core. The temperature at the center of Uranus is thought to be about 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Atmosphere. The atmosphere of Uranus is very faint, with a pressure of only about 10 millibars at the surface. The atmosphere is made up of hydrogen, helium, and methane. The methane in the atmosphere absorbs red light, which is why Uranus appears blue-green. The atmosphere of Uranus is also very cold, with an average temperature of about -224 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature at the cloud tops is even colder, about -320 degrees Fahrenheit. Rings. Uranus has a faint system of rings. The rings are made up of small particles of ice and dust. The rings are thought to have been created by the collision of comets or asteroids with Uranus. The rings of Uranus are very faint, and they were not discovered until Voyager 2 flew by the planet in 1986. The rings are divided into 13 main rings and several fainter rings. The rings are named after the letters of the Greek alphabet. Moons. Uranus has 27 known moons. The largest moons are Miranda, Ariel, Titania, and Oberon. Miranda is the most heavily cratered moon in the solar system. Ariel is the brightest moon of Uranus, and it is thought to be the youngest. Titania and Oberon are the largest moons of Uranus, and they are thought to be the oldest. Tilt. Uranus has a very unusual tilt, with its axis of rotation almost perpendicular to its orbital plane. This means that Uranus experiences seasons that are much longer and more extreme than those on Earth. The tilt of Uranus is thought to be due to a collision with a large object early in the history of the solar system. Future exploration. Uranus is a very remote planet, and it is unlikely that it will be visited by another spacecraft in the near future. However, there are plans to send a probe to Uranus in the 2030s. The probe would study the atmosphere, rings, and moons of Uranus, and it would also try to determine the cause of the planet's unusual tilt. Uranus is a very strange and unique planet. It is the only planet in the solar system that spins on its side, and it has a very faint atmosphere and a system of faint rings. Uranus is also very cold, with an average temperature of about -224 degrees Fahrenheit. Uranus is a fascinating planet, and it is still waiting to be fully explored. The probe that is planned to visit Uranus in the 2030s will hopefully shed more light on this mysterious planet. Dear friends, what are your views about planet Uranus? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you.